Let's talk about the warning signs of repetitive strain injury, RSI. Repetitive strain injury doesn't happen overnight. It comes on you insidiously. It can affect the nerves, muscles, and tendons of the upper extremity. The warning signs can occur anywhere in the upper extremity: the thumbs, the fingers, the wrists, the forearms, the elbows, the upper arms, the shoulders, and the neck. Repetitive strain injury starts with very subtle symptoms, but if you don't attend to them, they can become very obvious and debilitating. By the time a lot of people realize they're injured, a lot of damage can be done to the soft tissue. And sadly, many people search from doctor to doctor until they can find someone who's capable of really diagnosing and understanding and treating RSI for them. Because people have no idea about these subtle warning signs, they don't have an opportunity to get into treatment early and prevent further damage. Here are some of the common warning signs: a vague awareness of your hands, unaccustomed clumsiness, the loss of ability to snap your fingers, weakness in the hands or forearms, which you may not be aware of right away, because unless you're doing a grip test, you may not know that you've lost 20% of your grip strength. Fatigue, a lack of endurance, tingling, numbness, or loss of sensation. A feeling of heaviness in your arms. It's just so heavy to hold your hands to the keyboard. Frequent clumsiness, difficulty opening and closing the hands, stiffness in the hands, difficulty with activities of daily living that involve twisting faucets or flipping a pancake or turning the pages of a book or a magazine. It could also be holding a coffee mug, buttoning your buttons, putting on jewelry, reluctance to shake hands, difficulty carrying things or holding things, difficulty holding onto a bus or a subway pole, hands falling asleep. A lot of times you see people shaking their hands to wake them up. Waking up with wrist pain and numb hands, especially during the early morning hours, like 4 o'clock in the morning. A lack of control or coordination. You might have tremors or uncontrollable movement in your hands. Avoidance of sports or other activities that were once enjoyable for you. Cold hands, frequent self-massage. You'll see people massaging their hands or their forearms or something like that because it hurts. Soreness or mild to excruciating pain, although RSI is not always painful. So just because you're not having pain doesn't mean you shouldn't see your doctor and discuss these symptoms with him or her. Pain can be dull, burning, achy, sore, or jolting like an electrical shock. It can range from mild to excruciating. And by the time you're in pain, you have progressed through the stages of RSI where it's not always possible to reverse the injury. Many people may not associate these signs with an injury that they've done sitting at a desk, but think it's because they slept wrong or they painted the garage or they were doing too much childcare or they lifted that heavy suitcase. So you might attribute your symptoms to something other than what you're doing every day, making tiny movements on a keyboard or mouse. Take the body's warning signs seriously and find a doctor who is knowledgeable about diagnosing and treating RSI. Even if the symptoms are mild or they come and go as they do in stage 1, they come a little bit and they go away and then they come back and then they go away and they come back more frequently and then they take longer to go away. These are sort of typical things that you can go through. So try to find a doctor who will understand these symptoms and take them seriously as you should. The other difficulty is that pain during an activity is a sign that you should stop the offending activity. And this is really tricky because for many people, repetitive strain injury is job related. They are paid to do their work. I understand the difficulty here, and we'll get into this at some point, talking about when you need to take some time off work. And you also need to get your doctor's help with that. For more important information about repetitive strain injury, see the videos on the stages of RSI, what every doctor needs to know about repetitive strain injury, what kind of doctor to see for RSI, and how to choose a physical therapist and other sorts of therapy. If you want more good information about repetitive strain injury, see the playlist entitled What Everyone Needs to Know about RSI. Also see the ones for doctors and healthcare professionals, because that has more advanced knowledge that your doctor may not even know. So it's helpful for you to be forearmed before you see someone. You can also see the video that I did on what kind of doctor to see and how certain therapies can be helpful. You're going to be the final arbiter on what's really helpful for you. But the other thing you can do is see the playlist on hand saving tips, and there will be more and more of those coming along. So in the meantime, take good care of your hands, keep educating yourself with solid, accurate information about repetitive strain injury, and we will see you next time.